there.
Okay.
How's that look?
Yeah.
All
Good.
right, squeeze in. Squeeze in. Get comfy. See you?
We're cozy.
We're cozy.
Here we go.
Hi, my name's David Farkas with Brittany Farkas over here, and this guy in the middle is our special guest today for No One's Gonna Watch This. This is Mr. Jeremy.
This would
What?
be a very special episode if people watched it. Because
Yeah.
they would know you're our first special guest.
Yeah,
True.
I feel honored to
Let
be
me-
a special guest.
Let me introduce Mr. Jeremy real quick. Mr. Jeremy is the owner, manager, director, coach at My Gym Yorba Linda. And our kids have gone to My Gym, all of them, and we love it. Jeremy coaches kids in ninja classes, in puppet shows. He does all kinds. He's phenomenal.
You're really making him up to me.
No. He's phenomenal at puppet
Range.
shows.
He's
All the
actually
kids
really good.
love the puppet shows.
He knows every puppet show song. It's
He
on his
throws the
memory.
puppet and pretends, and the kids are like dogs, and they don't know where it went. It's awesome.
Five Little Pumpkins
But,
is a classic.
It was a good one.
In all seriousness, we did just talk about what makes a great coach, and instantly when we first went to My Gym 6 years ago, we loved Mr. Jeremy, and so we were talking, and we wanted his perspective today. So we're really happy to have you, Mr. Jeremy.
I'm
Thank you.
honored to be here. I'm so glad that you guys invited me out here, and what you guys do on this channel about coaching and parenting and everything is just it made sense for me to kind of get in here and talk a little bit about what I know, and so hopefully I can get that out there and people get some information.
It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
So I'm sorry, Brittany.
No, go
I was
for
just gonna say, before you did My Gym, or maybe even while you were doing My Gym, you were a baseball coach.
Yeah, so I played baseball growing up all my life. I played baseball in high school. I suffered an injury my senior year of high school, so that kind of stopped me from. I did go to college and play sports, but also got hurt in college as well. So once I couldn't play anymore, I became a coach. Coached travel baseball, coached girls softball, coached my own daughter. So just from playing travel ball and coaching, I've been coached by so many great coaches that I feel like I have a lot to share. And now working and owning a My Gym, I get to see kids from 3 months all the way to 10 years old. So I get to see the developmental stages, not only on the field, but also just physically, off the field too.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you work a lot with kids.
Yeah.
You told us an insane baseball story that
Yes.
I wanted you to share with everybody and kind of talk about a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many stories that I can tell, but one of them that really stuck out, and I was talking to Brittany about this the other day at the gym, and I was coaching a 12U baseball team, travel ball team, and it was locally right around here where we live. And a parent came up to me and he's like, "Hey coach, I have tickets to go see an Angel game next week." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. I love baseball games and everything like that." And they're like, "Yeah, well, we're not going to go. Here are the seats, here are the tickets." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." So my dad and I got to go. We sat right behind the first base dugout. It was amazing.
Oh, wow. Good
Yeah,
tickets. Those are good
yeah, they were
tickets.
really good seats, really good tickets. And we had a great time. And so I was just like, "Oh, that's a nice little gift." I'm honored that they thought about me. And then like the next week in the game, the parent that gave me the tickets comes up to me and goes, "Hey coach, I noticed that my son's not in the lineup." And I said, "Yeah, well, he's still working on some things. We still got some kids that are a little bit better hitters than he is." And the parent goes, "Well, what about those Angel tickets I gave you?" And I'm just
That
like,
is cool.
I thought that was like a gift for me. I mean, maybe I was naive at the time. I was a younger coach, but I thought, this parent was being nice and generous. Hindsight now, yeah, maybe I should have thought about it, but
No, that's cool.
at the time I was like, okay, so it was just kind of out of there. I was just like, it really kind of made me think, like, okay, I really got to kind of look at the heart behind some of these gifts and stuff like that. So
That's
that was
so sad.
yeah, it really was.
It's like
it really
that's
was.
so manipulative
Mm-hmm.
to like that you're so desperate to get your kid playing. Like, look at the message. The message isn't, "Hey son, go work hard, do what the coach says,
Mm-hmm.
listen, work hard." It's, "I'm gonna pay your way
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to play." Like, that's Like, that's how desperate we've gotten.
Yeah, I was just talking with somebody, one of my kids, last night about this very thing. So you mentioned it, like what kind of message that sends. Um, Whenever we break up into levels, and I know you know this, it's all about moving up in the levels, and kids and parents are obsessed with levels and where they're at. Right? So I'll have kids.
But they're not obsessed with working hard.
Well, that's what I'm going to get to. Right. I'll have kids, say, what do I need to do? Talking about how they want to move up, talking about it. And so I'll say to them, don't talk to me about it. Show me. Show me you want to move up, right? So instead of angel tickets, tell your kid, show Coach Jeremy you have to play in the game. Make Coach Jeremy a fool for not playing you because of your work ethic, because of how much you've improved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that way, like you said, Brittany, you can teach your kid
They're going to learn a lesson,
the right way, whether, because there's some coaches that are terrible that won't play him, even if he does all the right things. But regardless of that, you've taught your kid a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But that goes on with life, though, because you're going to have bosses that aren't going to promote you, even though you're worthy of it,
Right.
What's mom and dad going to come give them angel tickets?
Yeah. I mean, and I've always been, I've always been a coach that didn't mind staying after practice for those kids that wanted to work harder. When I was in high school, I really wanted to make varsity baseball my sophomore year. And so my dad would go out and he would hit me fly balls after practice. And the varsity coach would be sitting there watching me do it. And he knew the effort I put into it. And so when I see kids asking, hey, coach, let me hang out after practice and take some ground balls or hit me, I'm more than happy to put in that extra work if they're willing to do that too. And those kids, like you said, they only talk about it. Well, I want to get better. I want to get better. Actions speak louder than words. We hear that phrase used so much, but it's the truth. It is. It's, you can speak so much about something, but the minute that you start to put it into action, that's when you see progress. That's when you see like how much someone's really willing to do.
And it's cool because the kid will feel the improvement.
Oh,
and then it makes you fall in love with the sport. It makes you stick. It makes you not give up.
Well, when I talked to this person last night and I told them, show me, you could just kind of see his mentality change, and it kind of relaxed him in a way. And I realized I think why is because now he's in control.
He's in control. Yeah. I was gonna say control. Yeah.
Before he put me in control.
Yeah.
Why isn't the coach moving me up? Well, did you just kick the camera?
Sorry, kick the camera. It's cozy back here.
If I'd have kicked the camera, you'd have hammered me.
We did a bigger.
Oh
studio.
my gosh.
Man. Sorry, Jeremy.
It's probably.
He's never gonna talk this again.
It was me. I'm sick.
He's a newbie. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's like a caveman.
This
is technology here. A phone.
Man,
he doesn't understand what's going on.
You should see the crew behind the camera. It's amazing what they
craft services.
Yeah,
it's really good. We got the honeydew. It's on point today.
It is there.
What was I talking about?
The one I cut.
Oh yeah, no. So he was focused on me, just like Angel Ticket Man was focused on you.
Yeah.
And then when you focus it on the student, now he's in control. And that's when you get, like we've talked about that, peace of mind. I'm in control. I can do this.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to see how much a person is really meaningful and what they're talking about, is flip it onto them, like you're saying, is put the ball into their court. We're talking about sports and stuff. Put the ball in their court and see what they do. If they don't do anything, then okay, those were empty words. But if they're like, okay, cool, coach, well, let's meet after practice tomorrow, or let's go get extra hacks in the cage, or let's go back to the pool and get some more work in that way. Then okay, this kid really means it. This kid wants to do something.
I want to say one more thing on what you said, because you said actions speak louder than words. And I think probably 90% of parents will say that to their kids at some point, right?
Yeah.
It's really common.
Yeah.
But see, here's one of those instances where a good coach, can reinforce what the parents are trying to teach at home in kind of a different angle. Because the parents say actions speak louder than words, but yet until the kid is in the pool and you tell him, like, you have to show me your hard work. You have to go above and beyond, right? Yeah. Then it kind of really hits home for them. And now what you've done is you've totally buttressed what the parents are trying to do at home.
Yeah.
And that's the value, the immense value of a good coach.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and when it's hard, a parent, they have to learn to keep their mouth shut too. You know, like as a parent, it's hard because you want to see your kid succeed, but like as parenting, you have to, you know what I'm saying, like, because there's the want for your kid to succeed so bad, so they start to do those things and interfere with the good coaching.
Yeah, you're saying. Yeah, let me
As a
clarify.
parent-
You're saying mouth shut to the coach.
And to the kid.
Well,
It's
to
like-
the kid, they can
well,
still say actions speak
I'm sorry.
louder than words. They can
Absolutely.
reinforce what the coach
Absolutely.
is saying.
Yes, yes.
I
agree.
know exactly
But
what
I'm
you're
saying all they need to say that and then just like stand back and be like, all right, you need to succeed or fail on your own after that. But it's hard. We all have kids who play sports.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse for a parent than to see your kid fail.
Fail.
You know, and so we try to have a safety net for them.
Yeah.
And sometimes kids need to fail so that way they know what their weaknesses are and where to get better versus just letting them think that they're succeeding in everything and never not witnessing or being a part of failure until they're too old.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
they don't know how to handle it.
you're absolutely right. It's kind of like Jordan, a little off topic, but Jordan Peterson says, you know, as kids fall and get hurt, you have to learn how to physically get stronger. You have to emotionally learn to fail and pick up. And unfortunately, you know, we're in a safety net society, and
Sports
it's
teaches
hard.
that too really well because
Really well.
I'm sure this is the case in baseball as it is in water polo. I've said this a lot. Sometimes you have to do it wrong before you do it right.
You have to do it
Sometimes
wrong,
you have
yeah.
to screw it up before you do it right.
Well, a successful baseball hitter, that's 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 3 hits out of 10.
Yeah.
You know,
If
That's a
good.
good
if
hit.
you're
That's
good,
yeah.
if you're good, like the
Yeah.
best hitter, Ted Williams, he batted 400. You know, that's not even you know 5 for 10. That's so. The more you fail, it all depends on how you look at it. If you treat a failure as a learning opportunity, then you're gonna get better. But if you see a failure as like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure, if you take it personal,
Yeah.
then you're not gonna get better. You're just gonna continue to kind of fall back behind everybody else.
And that's the reason I think baseball is such a tough mental sport because of what you just said right there. The mental game in baseball is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're
More so,
playing
I
at a
think, than in
loss.
other sports
Yeah.
because of that failure rate.
Yeah.
And you only get so many chances each game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not like a player where it's like, I'll just go back down the next time and chuck it
Yeah.
back up again. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
It's
like
like, no,
yeah.
that's it.
Basketball, they're
Innings
putting
over.
up 30 shots a game.
Yeah.
In baseball, you're lucky to get 4 at bats.
Yeah.
And you're lucky to get 1 hit in those 4 at bats. You know, so it's
play
like
that
game.
Why do you play like it? You should play water polo, Jeremy.
Oh man, I can't swim. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I can
Hey,
swim.
we have a video on that.
Yeah, we can help you out.
We'll
with
teach
that.
you.
You should watch that.
We should watch that. You mean you're not watching our video?
So we're gonna have Mr. I call him Mr. Majeremy.
Jeremy. Mhm.
One of my kids called him that, and I love it. So we're gonna have Mr. Majeremy back for a couple more episodes. So stay tuned for those. And thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
And
no,
we'll see you again.
Maybe
Honored
some
to
more
be
people
here.
will.
You probably be wearing the same shirt.
Yeah,
Probably wear the same
probably.
He wears that shirt every day. It'll be a different day.
I do.
Same shirt.
I do, and I know my mom's gonna be watching this.
Hey,
One more. Go moms. Go moms.
Go
my mom is not. She can't figure out YouTube.
She really.
Otherwise, she would. She loves
She,
you.
she might.
She
She
loves
can't
you.
figure out
Does
the
she?
technology.
Is
that
what
what
she
it
said?
is?
That's what she says. But I believe her.
She's got a Facebook page, though. I heard.
Yeah,
She doesn't use it.
Jesse's on it. That's good.
She doesn't do anything on it. It's like a stock photo from like 1980, from like 20 years.
All right.